Hey guys, it's me, Miss Sanders. Today we're going to do a read aloud of chapter 12 of our novel, The Hate You Give. As you can see on your screen, again, we are reading chapter 12. Chapter 12 begins on page 201. There are some focus questions that I would like for you to write on page 201, and we're going to refer to those focus questions as we read this chapter. Okay, I'm going to give us 30 seconds to write down those questions. Okay, you have like 10 more seconds to write down those questions. Okay, all right. I hope you have a pen, pencil, or something to write with and a highlighter so we can highlight our answers as we read. So we're on page 201. So let's get started. I'm luring bricks inside when it passes out front. I watch it crawl down the street for the longest time till I get the sense to alert somebody. Daddy! He looks up from pulling weeds around his bell peppers. Are they for real with that? The tank resembles the ones they show on the news when talking about the war in the Middle East. It's the size of two Hummers. The blue and white lights on the front make the street almost as bright as if it was daytime. An officer is positioned on top, wearing a vest and a helmet. He points his rifle ahead. A voice booms from the armored vehicle. All persons found violating the curfew will be subject to arrest. Daddy pulls some more weeds. Some bullshit. Briggs follows the pieces of bologna I dangle in front of him, all the way to his spot in the kitchen. He sits there all content, chomping on it and the rest of his food. Briggs won't act crazy as long as Daddy's home. All of us are kind of like Briggs, really. Daddy being home means Mama won't sit up all night, so Connie won't flinch all the time, and Seven won't have to be the man of the house. I sleep better too. Daddy comes in, dusting cake dirt off his hands. Them roses dying. Bricks, you been pissing on my roses? Brick's head perks up. He locks his eyes with Daddy's, but eventually lowers his head. I better not catch you doing it, Daddy says, or we gonna have a problem. Bricks lowers his eyes, too. I grab a paper towel and a slice of pizza from the box on the counter. This is like my fourth slice tonight. Mama bought two huge pies from Sal's on the other side of the freeway. Italians own it, so the pizza is thin, herby, if that's a word, and good. You finished your homework? Daddy asks. Yep, a lie. He washes his hands at the kitchen sink. Got any tests this week? Prig on Friday. You studied for it? Yep, another lie. Good. He gets the grapes out of the refrigerator. You still got that old laptop? The one you had before we bought you? That expensive ass fruit one? I laugh. It's an Apple MacBook, Daddy. It damn sure wasn't the price of an apple. Anyway, you got the old one? Yeah. Good. Give it to Seven. Tell him to look over it and make sure it's all right. I want Devontae to have it. Why? You pay bills? No. Then I ain't got to answer that. That's how he gets out of almost every argument with me. I should buy one of those cheap magazine subscriptions and say, yeah, I pay a bill, and what? It won't matter though. I head to my room after I finish my pizza. Daddy's already gone to his and Mama's room. Their TV's on, and they are both lying on their stomachs on the bed. One of her legs on his as she types on her laptop. It's oddly adorable. Sometimes I watch them to get an idea of what I want one day. You still mad at me about Devontae? Daddy asks her. She doesn't answer, keeping her eyes on her laptop. He scrunches up his nose and gets all in her face. You still mad at me, huh? You still mad at me? She laughs and playfully pushes him away. Move, boy, no. I'm not mad at you. Now give me a grape. He grins and feeds her a grape, and I just can't. The cuteness is too much. Yeah, they're my parents, but they're my OTP, seriously. Daddy watches whatever she's doing on the computer, feeding her a grape every time he eats one. She's probably uploading the latest family snapshots on Facebook for our out of town relatives. With everything that's going on, what can she say? Sakani saw cops harass his daddy, but he's doing so well in school. Hashtag proud mom. Or Star saw her best friend die. Keep her in your prayers. But my baby made the honor roll again. Hashtag blessed. Or even tanks are rolling by outside, but Seven's been accepted into 6 colleges so far. Hashtag he's going places. I go to my room. Both my old and new laptops are on my desk, which is a mess. There's a huge pair of Daddy's Jordans next to my old laptop. The yellowed bottoms of the sneakers face the lamp, and a layer of saran wrap protects my concoction of detergent and toothpaste that will eventually clean them. Watching yellowed soles turn icy again is as satisfying as squeezing that blackhead and getting all the gunk out. Amazing. According to the lie I told Daddy, my homework is supposed to be done, but I've been on a Tumblr break, aka I haven't started my homework and have spent the last 2 hours on Tumblr. I started a new blog, The Khalil I Know. It doesn't have my name on it, but pictures of Khalil. In the first one, he's 13 with an afro. Uncle Carlos took us to a ranch so we could get a taste of country life. And Khalil's looking side eyed at a horse that's beside him. I remember him saying, "If this thing makes a wrong move, I'm running." On Tumblr, I captioned the picture. The Khalil I know was afraid of animals. I tagged it with his name. One person liked it and reblogged it, then another and another. That made me post more pictures, like one of us in a bathtub when we were 4. You can't see our private parts because of the suds, and I'm looking away from the camera. Miss Rosalie sitting on the side of the tub, beaming at us, and Khalil's beaming right back at her. I wrote, "The Khalil I know loves bubble baths almost as much as he loved his grandma." In just 2 hours, hundreds of people have liked and reblogged the pictures. I know it's not the same as getting on the news like Kenyon said, but I hope it helps. It's helping me at least. Other people posted about Khalil, uploaded artwork of him, posted pictures of him that they show on the news. I think I reblogged every single one. Funny though, somebody posted a video clip of Tupac from the back in the day. Okay, so every video of Tupac is from back in the day. He's got a little kid on his lap and he's wearing a backwards snapback that would be fly now. He explains thug life like Khalil said it did. The hate you give little infants F's everybody. Hawk spells out the F word because the kid is looking dead in his face. Then Khalil told me what it means, and I kind of understand it. I really understand it now. I grabbed my old laptop with my phone buzzes on my desk. Mama returned it earlier. Hallelujah, thank you, Black Jesus. She said it's only in case there's another situation at school. I got it back though. Really don't care why. I'm hoping it's a text from Kenya. I sent her the link to my new Tumblr earlier. Thought she'd like to see it since she kind of pushed me to do it. But it's Chris. He took note from 7 with all his caps texts. OMG, this Fresh Prince episode. Will's dad didn't take him with him. The asshole came back and left him again. Now he's saying having a breakdown with Uncle Phil. My eyes are sweating. Understandable. That's seriously the saddest episode ever. I text Chris back. Sorry, and your eyes aren't sweating. You're crying, babe. He replies, lies. I say, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. He responds, did you really use a line from Friday on me? So watching 90s movies is kind of our thing too. I text back, yep. He replies, bye, Felicia. I take the laptop to Seven's room, phone in hand in case Chris has another Fresh Prince breakdown. Some reggae chants meet me in the hall, followed by Kendrick Lamar rapping about being a hypocrite. Seven sits on the side of the lower bunk, an open computer toward power at his feet. With his head down, his dress hang loosely and make a curtain in front of his face. Devontae sits cross-legged on the floor. His afro bobs to the song. A zombie version of Steve Jobs watches them from a poster on the wall, along with all these superheroes and Star Wars characters. There's a Slytherin comforter on the bottom bunk that I swear I'll steal one day. Seven and I are reverse HP fans. We like the movies first, then the books. I got Khalil and Natasha hooked on them too. Mama found the first movie for $1 at the thrift store back when we lived in Cedar Grove Projects. Seven and I said we were Slytherins since almost all Slytherins were rich. When you're a kid in a one bedroom in the projects, rich is the best thing anybody can be. Seven removes a silver box from the computer and examines it. It's not even that old. What are you going to do? I ask. Big D asked me to fix his computer. It needs some new DVD drives. He burned his out making all them bootlegs. My brother is the unofficial Garden Heights tech guy. Old ladies, hustlers, and everybody in between pay him to fix their computers and phones. He makes good money like that too. A black garbage bag leans against the floor, the foot of the bunk bed, with some clothes sticking out the top. Somebody put it over the fence and left it in our front yard. Seven, Sakani, and I found it when we came from the store. We thought it may have been Devontae's, but Seven looked inside and everything in it belonged to him. The stuff he had at his mama's house. He called Aisha. She said she was putting him out. King told her to. Seven, I'm sorry. It's okay, Star. But she shouldn't have. I said it's okay. He glances up at me. All right? Don't sweat it. All right, I say as my phone vibrates. I hand Devontae the laptop and look. Still no response from Kenya. Instead, it's a text from Maya. Are you mad at us? What's this for? Devontae asks, staring at the laptop. Daddy wants you to have it, but he said let Seven check it out first. I tell him as I reply to Maya. What do you think? What he want me to have it for? Devontae asks. Maybe he wants to see if you actually know how to operate one, I tell Devontae. I know how to use a computer, Devontae says. He hits Seven, who's snickering. My phone buzzes 3 times. Maya has responded. Definitely mad. Can the three of us talk? Things have been awkward lately. Typical Maya. If Haley and I have any kind of disagreement, she tries to fix it. She has to know this won't be a kumbaya moment, I reply. Okay, we'll let you know when I'm at my uncle's. Gunshots fire at rapid speed in the distance. I flinch. Goddamn machine guns, Daddy says. Folks acting like this is a war zone or some shit. No cussing, Daddy, Sakani says from the den. Sorry, man. I'll add $1 to the jar. Two, you said the GD word. Mm-mm. No, go back. There we go. All right, two, Star, come to the kitchen for a second. In the kitchen, Mama speaks in her other voice on the phone. Yes, ma'am, we want the same thing. She sees me. And here's my lovely daughter now. Could you hold, please? He covers the receiver. It's the DA. She would like to talk to you this week. Definitely not what I expected. Oh, yeah, Mama says. Look, baby, if you're not comfortable with it, I am. I glance at Daddy. He nods. I can do it. Oh, she says, looking from me to Daddy and back. Okay, as long as you're sure. I think we should meet with Miss Oprah first thing. First, though, I'm sorry. Possibly take her up on her offer to represent you. Definitely, Daddy says. I don't trust them folks at the DA office. So how about we see her tomorrow and meet with the DA later on this week, Mama asks. I grab another slice of pizza and take a bite. It's cold now, but cold pizza is the best pizza. So 2 days of no school? Oh, you're going to school, she says. And did you eat any salad while you're eating all that pizza? I've had veggies. These little bitty peppers. They don't count when they're that little. Yeah, they do. If babies can count as humans when they're little, veggies can count as veggies when they're little. That logic ain't working with me. So we'll meet up with Miss Ofer tomorrow and the DA on Wednesday. Sound like a plan? Yeah,